Howdy doody, college football fans. You know what time it is. Time to pick the winners and the losers for the newest week in college football. Big 12 play, biggest game this weekend. Okie State is on the road at Iowa State. Remember, this is the one team that slipped them up when they won the Big 12. That game in Ames. Outside of the Big 12, of a big one between Oregon and UCLA. Who will take reign in the Pac-12? All that and more, like USC, Notre Dame, that and many, many more picks coming up. More money for you, more money for me. All right, guys, bring it in. Let's go over some of these picks right now. Welcome back to the show, everybody. My name's Harry James. Tons and tons of action inside the Big 12. 2, 4, 6, 8, all 8 of the 10 teams in action tonight, this weekend. We'll look over them all right now on Saturday. 11 a.m. to start it off in Big 12 play. 2 games. Oklahoma at Kansas on the ESPN. I'm planning on being at that one, so if you want to get with me, find Mr. OU. I probably won't be far behind him. Opposite game, Kansas State at the Double Date Texas Tech. I'm taking the Wildcats. That game's Fox Sports 1. 2:30, Okie State at Iowa State on Big Fox. I'm taking the Cowboys in this one. I think that they're going to have enough firepower. And at 6:30, West Virginia at TCU on the ESPNU in the nightcap. I'm taking TCU. That's 8, 9, and 10. Baylor and Texas. Of course, they're both off this week. They'll be back on next week. So that's all 10 Big 12 teams. So now from Big 12, let's go to the national set on a Wednesday. Coastal Carolina will be at Appalachian State, ESPN The Deuce. I'm going with Coastal. Thursday, 3 games at 6:30, including Tulane at SMU on ESPN. I'm taking SMU. Florida Atlantic at Charlotte on CBS Sports. I'm taking Charlotte. And Louisiana at Arkansas State on the ESPNU. I'm taking Louisiana. The late night capper, San Jose State at UNLV. That game's on CBS Sports at 10 o'clock. I'm taking Las Vegas. So we got through Wednesday. We got through Thursday now. We got a Friday. Friday at 5 o'clock, actually. That's the first game. And that will be Middle Tennessee State at Connecticut on CBS Sports Network. I'm going with Middle Tennessee State and the Raiders. 6 on CBS Sports Network again. 6 o'clock. Memphis at Central Florida. That game's on ESPN2. I'm taking the Knights in Central Florida. 8:30. Colorado State at Utah State. CBS Sports Network. I'm taking Utah State. And the nightcap. Pac-12 After Dark, at least on Friday. 9:30 is when this one kicks off at. It is Washington at Arizona on the ESPN. And I'm taking Arizona. So that's all your Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday games. Now to the Saturday games. Start them off at 11 o'clock with a game between Cincy and Navy at the Naval Yards. ESPN2, I'm taking Cincy. ABC, Illinois at Penn State. I'm taking the Nittany Lions of Penn State. Fox, Northwestern at Michigan. I'm taking the Wolverines. CBS Sports Network will have Wake Forest at Army. I'm taking Wake Forest. Arkansas Pine Bluff at Arkansas. That game will be on the SEC Network. I'm taking Arkansas. ACC Network, University of Massachusetts at Florida State. I'm taking Florida State. ESPN Plus will have Eastern Michigan at Bowling Green. I'm taking Eastern Michigan. And ESPNU at 11 a.m. Northern Illinois at Central Michigan. I'm taking Central Michigan. 11:30, Syracuse at Virginia Tech. Former Sooner Justin Fuente and the Hokies will host Syracuse on ESPN 3 at 11:30. I'm taking Va Tech. Justin Fuente and the Hokies. 12 o'clock, noon. ESPN Plus will have Kent State at Ohio. I'm taking Kent State. 1 o'clock, Texas State will be at Georgia State. I'm taking Georgia State. And at 2 o'clock, Wisconsin and the Badgers will be at Purdue. Oh, Purdue. Big Ten Network. I'm taking Purdue. 2 o'clock. That was 2 o'clock. 2:30s. Whole load of these games, including the game we were talking about earlier, Oregon at UCLA. I'm taking UCLA on ABC. LSU at Ole Miss on CBS Sports, CBS Network. I'm taking Ole Miss. Fox Sports 1 will have Brigham Young at Washington State. I'm taking the Cougars of Washington State, Pac-12 Network, Colorado Buffalo at Cal Berkeley. I'm taking Cal. Rice at Alabama Birmingham on ESPN Plus. I'm taking UAB. Also, Clemson at Pittsburgh. I'm taking the Berg. Maryland at Minnesota. ESPN 2. I'm taking Minnesota. Miami of Ohio at Ball State. ESPN Plus. I'm taking Ball State. Western Michigan at Toledo. CBS Sports. I'm taking Western Michigan. Buffalo at Akron. ESPN Plus. I'm taking Buffalo. And New Mexico at Wyoming on the Stadium Network. I'm taking Wyoming. 3 o'clock, a couple of these, 4 of them actually, including Mississippi State at Vanderbilt. Game on on the SEC Network, I'm taking Mississippi State. Liberty at our old buddy Seth Luttrell in North Texas, ESPN Plus, taking Liberty. ACC Network, Boston College at Louisville. ACC Network, I'm taking Louisville. ESPNU, Eastern Carolina at Houston. I'm taking Houston. 6 o'clock. Our old buddy Josh Heupel in Tennessee on the road at the Sabins, Alabama. ESPN, I'm taking the Tide to roll in this one. San Diego State at Air Force, CBS Sports, I'm taking Air Force. Nevada at Florida State, Fresno State, I'm taking Nevada, Fox Sports 2. ESPN Plus will have Western Carolina at Florida International, FIU. I'm taking Western Carolina. Stadium Network, Texas San Antonio at Louisiana Tech. I'm taking UTSA. ESPN Plus will have Temple at South Florida. I'm taking Temple. And ESPN 3 will have South Alabama at Louisiana Monroe. I'm taking South Florida. 2 more sets of games for you, the 6:30 and then 10:59. 6:30, The Ohio State University on the road at Indiana. That game's on ABC. I'm taking The Ohio State University. USC at Notre Dame on NBC. The Notre Dame fighting the Notre Dame broadcast company. I'm taking Notre Dame. ESPN will have South Carolina at Texas A&M. I'm taking the Aggies. ESPN 2 Live, NC State, North Carolina State at Miami of Florida. I'm taking ESPN 2, that is. I'm taking NC State. ACC Network will have Georgia Tech at Virginia. I'm taking Virginia. And Utah at Oregon State will be the Pac-12 game at 6:30 on the Pac-12 Network. And I'm taking the Beavers of Oregon State. Finally, 10:30 or 10:59, technically, New Mexico State at Hawaii. Spectrum Pay-Per-View Network. I'm taking Hawaii. Alright guys, thanks for watching. My name's Harry James. You know the rest. Catch this in all my videos. YouTube, BoomerStudent1982. Also Facebook, Harry James Taylor. Or on the Twitter machine, at HypeManHarry. Alright guys, thanks for watching and enjoy this week of college football. I'm out of here. Peace!